he went on a carpet down from Mecca to Jerusalem. Now, tell me how a carpet operates, if it carries him or anybody else. Now, these are your definite statement of your belief, how it started.
La ilaha illallah.
God is the one who created you, then fashioned you harmoniously and in due proportion. Into whatever form he willed, he made you out of components. Surat Al-Infitar, verses 7 and 8. The creation of mankind as a species can be seen in microcosm with the creation of each individual human being. The Quranic verses dealing with the fertilization and development of the human embryo are stunning in their clarity and precision. What you're seeing is the actual journey of the male sperm to the egg, photographed inside the body for the first time. God fashioned the two of a pair, the male and the female, from a small quantity of sperm when it is poured out. Surat An-Najm, verses 45 and 46. Then we placed man as a small quantity of sperm in a safe lodging, firmly established. Surat Al-Mu'minun, verse 13. Once fertilized, the egg moves to the womb, where it throws out villocytes, using them to cling to the wall of the uterus and to draw nourishment. Read, "In the name of your Lord who fashioned man from something which clings." Surat Al-Alaq, verses 1 and 2. We fashioned the thing which clings into a chewed lump of flesh, and we fashioned the chewed lump of flesh into bones, and we clothed the bones with intact flesh. Surat Al-Mu'minun, verse 14. As the embryo grows, it passes through stages where many of its parts are out of proportion. We fashioned you into something which clings, into a lump of flesh in proportion and out of proportion. Surat Al-Hajj, verse 5. God appointed for you the sense of hearing, sight, and all the internal organs. Surat Al-Sajdah, verse 9.
If we keep on examining the facts announced to us in the Qur'an about the formation of people, we again encounter some very important scientific miracles. When the sperm of the male unites with the ovum of the female, the essence of the baby to be born is formed. This single cell, known as the zygote in biology, will instantly start to reproduce by dividing and eventually become a piece of flesh. The zygote, however, does not spend its developmental period in a void. It clings to the uterus just like roots that are firmly fixed to the earth by their tendrils. Through this bond, the zygote can obtain the substances essential to its development from the mother's body. Here, at this point, a very significant miracle of the Qur'an is revealed. While referring to the zygote developing in the mother's womb, God uses the word alaq in the Qur'an. Recite, "In the name of your Lord, who created man from alaq. Recite, and your Lord is the most generous. The meaning of the word alaq in Arabic is a thing that clings to some place. The word is literally used to describe leeches that cling to a body to suck blood. Certainly, it is not a coincidence that such an appropriate word is used for the zygote developing in the mother's womb. This proves once again that the Qur'an is a revelation from God, the Lord of all the worlds.
بسم الرب الخالق الكريم. Begin all things with the illustrious name of the Sustainer, the generous Creator. La ilaha illallah.
Iron is one of the elements highlighted in the Qur'an. In Surat al-Hadid, meaning iron, we are informed, and we sent down iron, in which there lies great force, and which it has many uses for mankind. The word sent down, particularly used for iron in the verse, could be thought of having a metaphorical meaning to explain that iron is given to the service of people. But when we take into consideration the literal meaning of the word, which is being physically sent down from the sky, we realize that this verse implies a very significant scientific miracle. This is because modern astronomical findings have disclosed that the metal of iron found in our world has come down from giant stars in outer space. The heavy metals in the universe are produced in the nucleus of big stars. Our solar system, however, does not have a suitable structure to produce iron on its own. Iron can only be produced in much bigger stars than the Sun, where the temperature reaches a few 100 million degrees. When the amount of iron exceeds a certain level in a star, the star can no longer bear it, and eventually it explodes in what is called a nova or a supernova. As a result of this explosion, meteors containing iron are scattered around the universe, and they move through the void until attracted by the gravitational force of a celestial body. All this shows that the metal iron did not form on the Earth, but was carried from exploding stars in space via meteors and was sent down to Earth, exactly the same way as stated in the verse. It is clear that this fact could not have been scientifically known in the 7th century, when the Qur'an was revealed. And we sent down iron, in which there lies great force, and which has many uses for mankind. In addition, the 25th verse of Surat al-Hadid, which refers to iron, includes two interesting mathematical codes. Surat al-Hadid is the 57th surah in the Qur'an. The numerical value of the word al-Hadid in Arabic, in other words, is abjad, is the same number, 57. The numerical value of the word hadid alone is 26, and 26 is the atomic number of iron.